Hello, this is Leo, Atheist at Large, here in Chicago, celebrating 200 subscribers, thank you one and all, and the end of the IslamoSlam week. Thank you, Captain Awesome, for bringing this to everybody's attention. We've had a good week here. Baby back spare ribs, soaked, simmered, barbecue sauce, honey barbecue sauce, and then grilled. Good stuff. Not too tender. Comes right off the bone. Really good. Now, forgive me please, but this is for all 200 plus subscribers and for the Muslims and Jews out there. Using toilet paper here. Now, IslamoSlam week has been quite a success. The videos that we've been producing for the past week have been embedded all over the internet. People have been snatching these things up and embedding them in all kinds of sites. It's something that people think is a very important issue, and they're looking forward to something like this. They've been wanting something like this. They've been wanting people to stand up against Islam and radical Muslims, and we've done a good job. So we'll have to continue something like this at a later time. Hard Case mentioned something during Ramadan would be a great time for something like this to go on. Now, Muslims are always telling us we have misconceptions of Islam, and the moderates such as Snow want peace, and they ask us to read and try and understand the Quran and of Islam. And he keeps on posting these goofy sites and asking people to convert. Really don't know what this cat's all about, but he's got to be mentally retarded to think that people are going to read the Quran and want to switch over to this religion. It's pretty self-evident on what it is. We have proved beyond a shadow of a doubt over the past week that we don't have misconceptions about the Quran. We've proved what the Prophet Muhammad was. He was a pedophile, he was a rapist, he was an assassin. He was not a person that would receive a prophet status in any religion. But he did so by the assassinating people that would criticize him and forcing the people to accept Islam. And one of the ways that they did this, besides just killing off his people that would talk against him, is they taxed the crap out of people that weren't Muslims. So people, peacefully converted to Islam just to get lower tax rates. This is how Islam started to get such a great hold after Muhammad was dead. Now, these moderates like Snow, they're always asking us to see these sites, and we have seen these sites, and we've shown 17-year-old girls that fall in love and are stoned to death because they fell in love with the wrong guy. We see the murderous events of Islam and the rules. Women getting shot in the head. The rallies, the peaceful rallies that call for the death of the UK and Denmark. And one of the quotes is that they will rape the women of Denmark and collect all the war booty. Now, I believe that the United Kingdom is now trying to put together laws that prevent hate speech. The United States has some of these laws in place already, so we're not getting quite the rallying cry that they are in Europe, that the Muslims are getting in Europe. So, once again, to Snow and other Muslims, we have read the Quran, we have an understanding of it, we have no misconceptions. We found all of these errors, we found all of these truths, and you will not debate them. You ignore them. This is something that people of the Islamic faith think that just by viewing or listening to these truths is blasphemous, and they will not listen to them. That's how deeply embedded this filth is in these people, and they cannot see the truth because they're like, hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. Blind, deaf, mute monkeys when it comes to this kind of stuff. It's quite atrocious that something like this has gone this far in the world. But we've done a good job of exposing these people for what they are. Now, another thing that's been exposed is that Islam speaks of that it isn't a shame. You don't have to feel shame if you don't talk of your religion if you are amongst outsiders. So this seems to be a way of implanting spies and an inner core of Muslims into a city, and then when the radical faction breaks into the gate of the cities, that they've already got Muslims in the city to strike from within and then from without. So this is something that is a war tactic that would have been quite effective in the Middle East. It's basically a Trojan horse. That well, crying, not, you know, crying as they're playing the race cards and stuff like that, that kind of crying, but their rants and their chants at demonstrations are that Islam will take over the world, and this is in the Quran. And one way to do that, we've seen them try to get their cabbies in Minnesota not to be able to pick up people that are drunk or carry alcohol. Then in another city they tried to get foot baths for Muslims so that they could pray. And this just won't fly. As Captain Awesome says, that this is not their country, it doesn't follow their religion, and they need to follow the rules and regulations of the country that they're in, the laws of the country that they are in, that they are visiting, that they are guests of. And if they do become citizens, it is to be the citizenry to follow those laws, not some screwy theocracy that lets little girls get murdered because they fall in love, lets people just kill people left and right and cut their throats from ear to ear, and then praise themselves, strap bombs to their chests and blow things up. These moderate Muslims like Snow talk that we are talking of hate. We are not talking of hate. We are showing the hate of Islam, and this is something that we've exposed. There doesn't seem to be any type of moderation, moderate Muslims. It pretty much is, they're either radical or they're just hiding and to come out at the right time. You know, we don't know for sure, and hopefully we'll be able to get a grip on this terrible, terrible religion before it does too much more harm to the world. So this is Leo, Atheist at Large. I'll be signing off. I've got a couple more vids to try and make about some other topics. So for now, signing off. Take it easy.